Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Mr. Abdimalik Muhammad. Today is a Friday. It is the most blessing days of the week, and I hope everybody has performed Friday at home, and everybody has read Surah Al-Kahfi. Today we want us to learn Hadith and Sunnah. This class 8 topic. Hadith and Sunnah we will look at the meaning of Hadith and the meaning of Sunnah. We will also look at type of Hadith and the types of chain of Hadith. Uh, if we start by understanding the meaning of Hadith, as we know all of us together, Hadith, we say that it is the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hadith is the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's what the Prophet says or what he has spoken through his mouth. Sunnah is the way of life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Sunnah is the action or the act. In other way around, we call it what the Prophet did in practical. That's called Sunnah. Sunnah, we say that is the second source. It is the second source of Islamic Sharia after the Quran. We all of us know that the first source of Islamic Sharia is what? Quran. The second source of Islamic Sharia is what? Is Hadith. So Hadith will also apply to solve the problems. Sunnah books of Hadith are divided into almost a number of them. So the Sunni books of Hadith are divided into one, Sahih Bukhari, two, Sahih Muslim, three, Sunnah Abu Dawood, four, Sunnah Tirmidhi, five, Nisai, and six, Ibn Majah. These are some of the Sunni books of Hadith. We will proceed and look at how Hadith are divided into some different divisions. In this part, we look at, we'll also continue to emphasize and explain the names of the books and the types of hadith. The above Sunni books are called, the six books that we have mentioned above, they are called what? Sahih Sitta. It's called Sahih Sitta, meaning the six correct ones. They are called the six correct ones. So we say that the above books that we mentioned are called Sahih Sitta, meaning the six correct ones. Bukhari and Muslims are also called Shaykhani. Shaykhani. They are called Bukhari and Muslim. Those are the major scholar books. They are called Shaykhani, meaning the two leading scholars. They are the main leading scholars when it comes in terms of hadith. So hadith are divided into three. A, Sahih. There is a sound now. Very accurate and reliable. Sahih is the very accurate and reliable. Sahih in English, Sahih is Arabic and English we call it accurate or reliable. B, it is Hassan, which means the good, accurate and used by judge. So Hassan is also accurate and used by what? By judge. C, Da'if. This Da'if is Arabic. In English we call it weak. So this one now is applied. Narrators are unreliable or the subject matters are unrealistic. It cannot be used for judge. It cannot be used for judge. So let us try to see in the other part the chain of hadith. In this part, the chain of hadith are divided into two now. The chain of hadith are divided into two. These two are called isnad and matn. Let us see together what is isnad. Isnad, this is the chain of transmitters, i.e., those who has the hadith and pass it to their children. Isnad is to be traced to the Prophet ﷺ for hadith to be accepted. So isnad is to say قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, something like that, قال الله تعالى, something like that. So isnad, this is the chain of transmitters. Now we have to understand that it traces or the Prophet ﷺ in order to accept the hadith. The other one is matn. Matn is the subject matters of hadith. The Prophet says, just like that. The Prophet says, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, something like that. It is the subject matters of the hadith. What the Prophet says. This is exactly what the Prophet has spoken through his mouth. It must not violate an Islamic belief, otherwise the hadith will not be accepted. So by the time the matn is applied, the subject matter of hadith, it should not be violating the right of or the belief of the Islamic of Islam. according to hadith for hadith to be accepted. So these are some of the hadith chain of hadith transmitters, and I hope as you are listening, you will also write in case you have a question of understanding or you will not get in a certain point. I hope you will you can ask for further understanding. In that very much, I wish you all the best, and I hope everybody will write as they are listening together. Thank you very much.